Hello, my name's Carlos. I'm a fourth year student studying Bachelor of Fine Arts, doing my honours this year.
And I'm Noa Noa, and I am currently doing the Masters of Fine Arts program. Okay, so we are currently sitting in the engine room, which is the gallery associated with Massey University. And the exhibition that we're sitting in is called Floracion De Corazon, which means the blooming of the heart, a karanga to Mexico. So it's a response exhibition by 8 fine arts students who travelled to Mexico last year on a Prime Minister's scholarship. And so this is essentially our thank you to Mexico, and also to be able to share that experience with the rest of the university community.
The trip was basically a month away in Mexico. In that time we spent 2 weeks in Mexico City, 1 week in Oaxaca, and our final week in Mérida on the Yucatan Peninsula.
So they picked it out of a hat, didn't they?
Yeah. So basically, there'd been a trip a year prior where students from masters to second year were selected to go to Brazil. They were basically just doing that again, and it was kind of required that they were in kind of like the top bracket of grades. I think it was averaging above B+, or that you're also doing well and presenting yourself to the lecturers, and then from whoever applied, they chose a group and put them into a draw.
It felt a little bit like Willy Wonka's golden ticket for me. I was like, what? I got one?
Yeah. For me, I was mainly wanting to work from our shared kind of journey or travels throughout Mexico. You know, each day we were waking up and we were going through public transport, and then we were walking for hours. We covered like 200 kilometers of walking throughout the trip. I was kind of wanting to work from that experience where I feel like I was like continuously in a state of looking or like surprised at what I was finding. Yeah, so like with these works, I was kind of wanting to bring my main finding of materials, which there was like a really big combine of like Spanish colonial architecture, randomly placed objects, color, nature, and like foreign language and street signs, and it kind of all combined together. So I've kind of tried to bring that in through the materials and kind of show solid industrial beauty that I was finding. So this one here called Entrada is my work, which means entry in Spanish. This is made from a gate, and then Pestalozzi Street to La Reforma Square is that work, which is a tire that I've printed and painted, and it kind of has a bit of a reptilian nature, but across the tire's tread is a photo that I took all of us on the subway that follows the handrail, and on that handrail it kind of had all of our hands on it. And also like those trips were interesting because they were very full of people, and yeah.
The big, I refer to them as performance sculptures because they do kind of, they're obviously inflated with air, but the intention was not to make it inflatable, but to make just a really large sculpture that was kind of transportable. And they've ended up looking like the cempasúchil, or the marigold flower, which is a really important part of the Day of the Dead celebration in Mexico. And there's a really beautiful kind of like mythological kind of love story that's kind of involved with the cempasúchil, with sort of eternal love and life and death. And I was like, this kind of thing feeds into my master's practice and storytelling. The experience there definitely has really strongly coloured my master's and the making for my master's. These are just a couple of them, but yeah, they were the ones that fitted the most with this experience. Like the colour factor came through for everybody. Mexico is really colourful, and certain colours are really present because like desert and like bright colours. And so I think, particularly for this exhibition, colour came through, and it was like, because all of the work that you see here, we all worked on our works separately. There's lots of different years groups, but like there is colour connection that you go, we went to the same place, but the way in which people have then responded was based on their own practice. Do you know what I mean? Like, so people have their own practice and their own interest, and then went there and I think pulled those things out more. would you say? Like, you know, you're looking at the urban landscape, and I was like, archaeology and mythology was sort of my thing going, you know, like, so I think everyone sucked up different experiences from the same experience.
I really liked the food.
Yeah, that's where I was like, fruit. Public transport was pretty amazing. Sometimes.
Like in Mexico City, definitely.
Yeah.
When we were there, we were having to follow Raul, our teacher for the trip, just
Yeah.
like ducklings. Yeah, he's Mexican, and he was our translator for a lot of the time.
Yeah, and the density on the public transport, there were moments there, I think we've probably never been as close to people that we don't know, including each other. It's like the doors would shut and they'd go, no, but then they'd open slightly and more people would come in going, no, surely no more people can come in.
Yeah, I think I love the bridge between the chaoticness of it all and then like going into a restaurant and just like having a long experience of lunch and it being calm and nice and such a thing there. Yeah, I like that kind of back and forth.
And the people were so like gentle and relaxed.
Yeah,
like it was packed, but everyone, it was just, I found myself talking with quite a quiet voice just because people talked really, like it wasn't harsh. It just felt like, well, like, you know, looking at the dogs, all the dogs just slept. Everywhere you went, they were the most chill, like, you know, big bully dogs, doesn't matter what kind of dog they were all flopped out, sleepy and relaxed. You're like, it felt like a kind of a symbol for the place that we were. So it just was, like, you know, American propaganda kind of makes you go, oh my God, it's going to be really scary. But actually it was incredibly kind of open, a lot of PDA and a lot of really calm dogs and a lot of really good food. It was, anyway, it was like hard to pick one, sorry.
I liked the word Tocayo. So when you meet somebody with the same name as you would kind of refer to them as Tocayo. And because my name is Carlos, I was meeting a lot of Carloses in Mexico. Like our tour guide, he was called Carlos. So by the end of the trip, I'd met a few Tocayos, or the waiter at our restaurant would go, oh, Tocayo, and like, that was cool.
Yeah, no. And I liked all the Nahuatl words. Like, Nahuatl is one of the indigenous words, so like Popocatépetl is one of the big kind of volcanoes, and Teotihuacan is one of the major kind of temple pyramids near Mexico City, and Cempasúchil. They're just really beautiful words to say, even, so it wasn't a phrase, but it wasn't, the actual indigenous languages were really lovely to say.